forecast, and now we're sending it over to JP.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. Well, the last time we saw our next guest, he was a member of the U.S. House of Representatives trying to win a seat in the Senate. Well, he did that. And since then, it's been a whirlwind. He was sworn in, the Republicans gained control of Congress, and now they're locked in battles over everything from health care and immigration to energy. Joining us this morning with more on the new powers perspective in Washington, Louisiana's newest U.S. Senator, Bill Cassidy. Bill, great to see you.
Hey, JP, good to see you.
Welcome back to TuneIn. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Well, let's get right to some of the issues. Your message to President Obama today, if he sees this, about immigration.
Yeah, so the court has decided that what the president has done exceeded his limits as a president. He can allow people to come in, but he can't give them benefits. And he has set it up so they will receive Social Security potentially, Medicare, Medicaid, you name it. It's wrong. There are limits to what even a president can do. He should respect those limits, work with Congress, come up with a solution for immigration.
So what would you tell him if he's watching you this morning?
I would say the judge is right. I would say, since he's right, respect that constitutional limit, work with Congress, let's find solutions.
Let's talk about health care, something very near and dear to you. You know, while you were running for the Senate, and other candidates talked about repealing Obamacare. Where does that stand? What happens next?
The Supreme Court will consider in March a bill which challenges the way Obamacare has been implemented. If the Supreme Court rules against the administration in 36 states, including Louisiana, for the private health insurance market, the penalties, the mandates, the subsidies go away. So we have to replace that with something which, if someone is in the middle of chemotherapy, she is taken care of, but it does away with those mandates and penalties that Obamacare has.
Repeal?
Well, it wouldn't be a repeal. It would have to be the Supreme Court would repeal it. What we have to do is come up with something which is better.
Keystone XL pipeline, latest on that, and you know, let's talk about energy, talk about coming to the Gulf Coast, and you know, with the price of gas dropping, it's hurting a lot of businesses around the country. What's the latest on that?
So the House and the Senate has passed the Keystone XL pipeline. Barack Obama's own State Department has said that it will save lives, decrease oil spills, lower carbon output, create 40,000 jobs. I can go on. The president still says he will veto it. He doesn't care what his own State Department says. For whatever reason, he's decided to oppose it no matter what.
Okay, in the paper today it says Cassidy slams sea level order, and again, this comes from the White House. Talk about that. This has to do with FEMA and flood insurance.
National Flood Insurance Program, huge concern to coastal Louisiana and across the country. The president's office is saying that we should increase the floodplain ratings, if you will, for federal buildings in certain areas, based upon projections, based upon climate change. Now, when you base something 50 years from now on assumptions now, there's huge variables. We don't know what it's going to be like in 50 years. But I think this is the way the president pushes his climate change agenda. Ultimately, that's going to impact local folks who are not in federal buildings, but because of this policy, they're going to pay more. We should have science, not assumptions, guide those rates.
We could talk for hours about all these issues. Biggest change going from the House to the Senate?
Biggest change. The office is bigger. That's the biggest change. And there's more responsibility, and it's an incredible honor, and with that honor comes a challenge. A challenge to represent the people of Louisiana as good as the people of Louisiana are. And I take that challenge seriously.
Well, you know, you have a standing invitation to always come back to TuneIn. We really appreciate it. Great to see you, Bill.
Thanks,
My
John.
best to you and your family.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. Well, still to come.